At this time, I'd like to call up Imam Muhammad from Masjid Muhammad on, well, it's off of South Orange Avenue on Camden Street. Imam.
Thank you. Our greetings is peace. Peace be upon you in the Arabic language. Assalamu alaikum. This is a great day for us today. With God's name, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. Praise be to Allah, the Lord cherisher and sustainer of all the worlds and all systems of knowledge. We witness that God is one. He needs no help with the sky and the earth and all that is in between. He is the sole provider. He is the one that keeps everything in order. And we would like to thank our brother, the coordinator here, Charles Hall, for allowing us to speak to you and on this great day of the African American Heritage Parade. And to say, this is what we inherited. This is our inheritance. Inheritance means to inherit the earth. God don't need it, so he give it to us to inherit and for us to till the land and for us to plant the seed. The heavens is open for us to take advantage of it. You see how Allah controls the weather? As soon as we get started, the weather stopped. It stopped raining. Everything looked good. Now, whether you know it or not, the sun is shining, but you just can't see it. God bless you. And to say, the theme of this order today is passing the torch. So we have to be grateful to God for our presence here and to our representatives, the Grand Marshals, and all our sponsors, and to say that this is a beautiful occasion here to even to wake up. This is our holy month, like Officer Detective John, he said that this is the month for the Muslims, and this is the month that we fast in, and this is the month that we read the Quran, the whole of the book. We read the 30th every day. So in our succession of coordinating and to present to you, I wanted to, the theme of the day is to pass the torch. And I want to pass the torch on to my son, Imam Al-Amin Muhammad, to take us a little bit further. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Good afternoon, everybody. To all the Muslims, we greet you with the greetings of Assalamu alaikum. Today is a beautiful day, and I appreciate being here today because of the African American heritage. And we endured a lot, and we have to stand on the backs of our ancestors, and we have to stand tall and keep our head high. We have very great leaders that come out of African American, and just to name a few: Marcus Garvey, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X. It's just so many that's going through my mind. Dr. Charles Drew, Martin Luther King. We have a lot of great people that came through and they marched for us and they protest for us and they laid their lives on the ground for us. And now we're here today, free people in our city that's mayors, governors, council, imams, reverends, pastors, rabbis. We have a long legacy, and we live in the city of Newark, where they had a riot at. And look at our city now, as the Honorable Ras Baraka, the mayor of our city, taking the city to a farther place. And I'm here with my father, and this is my hero. And I look up to my father, and that's all I know. My mother and father been married for about 46 years. So this is what I grew up on. and I look up to my father, and whatever he asks me to do, I do it. And we always have long talks. I talk to my mother, I talk to my father, and I take their advice. And we as children to our parents, we had to take our parents' advice. Our parents been here before, they seen it, they did it, they made a way for us to excel in life. So as much as you can, and as much as possible, recognize your parents and give them a lot of love while they're here, because you only get one mother and you only get one father. And you gotta understand that when they here, you appreciate them. Because when they're not here, you might not have the right person to talk to. You might not have the right person to give you that genuine love when nobody is there for you. Because they love you unconditional. Whether you did good, whether you did bad, whatever you did, they in your corner. So we don't take this for granted, and we don't take our freedom for granted. And we here, we striving to make a better way for our future that's coming behind us. And we have a great future ahead of us. And we need to stick together and put our pride to the side and come together and unite. We all are great people in our own eyes. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. Have a great day.
Thank you, my brother. That was nice. At this time, we would like to introduce you to Dr. Akil Califani from Essex County College, chairman of the African Institute. He's going to do libation and call of the drums.
I got it. I got it.
Good glorious morning, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, yes. We need that call and response. Up on the drums up top, and he's in the perfect place, is Brother Ozzy. Let's give Brother Ozzy a round of applause and thank him for doing the drumming this morning. Sister Jenamisa Barbara King is here with me, and I'm honored that she's here to help me out this morning. We're going to pour libations for the ancestors. We're going to thank them for allowing us to be here today. I want to start off today by saying that when I got my bachelor's, I understood that some people call it a bachelor's of science. But for me, it wasn't a bachelor's of science, it was a BS, which is a bloodshed degree. Somebody died for us to be here today. There's not a Raz Baraka who is a mayor without somebody who literally gave their life for him to be here today as our mayor. Ashe?
Ashe.
Oh, no. Ashe?
Ashe.
That's right. When I say Ashe, please, the people have to say Ashe. And you don't have to have a microphone. We hear and love and respect you and ask you to join us in this process. That we have this sister who's been our president of the city council, Sister Mildred Crump, for a long time. We call her Mother Africa. And that she's been able to be there for the length of time that she's able to have been there is because somebody died for her to be there. Now, I don't know how far back you can go, but I can go back and know the names and the places of my family 7 generations back. And if you can't go back and name their names, go back and figure out how you can name their names. And I'm going to start with them today, and then we're going to bring this to fruition. So, as we start, when we pour libations, first thing we recognize that our ancestors come from the 4 directions. The north, Ashe.
Ashe.
The south, Ashe.
Ashe.
The east. Come on now. The east.
Ashe.
And the west.
Ashe.
That those from the past the present, and the future, that there's only but one time. That is that if you understand what the scientists have found out that our ancestors already knew, that the mitochondrial DNA exists within you, that mitochondrial DNA, that means that part of you physically was there at the beginnings of the beginnings of the beginnings of time. So that we pay tribute to those from the past, Ashe, those from the present, and those yet to come. Because they're all connected. There's only but one time, one being, and we understand that connection. We have uplifted them by making sure that they understand that connection. Now, we're here, we don't complain about the weather. It may be a little chilly, it may be rainy, but that rain is part of that, what the spirit forces help to cleanse us, right? We need cleansing. We blessed the corners this morning before we started, so that when we come here, that the energy here is uplifted and powerful. That each of these corners have been blessed, so that now we bless the center, and so we radiate out from this place the love, the understanding, the power that we have. So we bring that Sankofa back up from the past. That is, you have to go back and get it to get where you are. You can play a little bit louder, Brother Ozzy. That those spirits, that energy is the thing that we bring to the forefront. And so for all of that energy, we say Ashe. That we call the names of, and I said I'm starting with my own because that's what made it possible for me to be here. My great-grandmother, Nancy Franks, Ashe. And her daughter, Roxanne Franks, Ashe. And her daughter, Harriet Rogers, Ashe. And her husband was Andrew Jackson Rogers, Ashe. And their son was Dr. Leroy Rogers, Ashe. And his wife was Valinda Sissany, Ashe. And their daughter was my grandmother, who passed a couple of years ago, Elsie Rogers House, Ashe. And her husband, who's still alive, so I won't pour libations for him, because we pour libations only for those who have deceased. Now, when you think about that, my grandparents were married for 65 years before my grandmother passed. So that's what I use as the foundation of family for me. And that's for all the young folks out here. That's how you think about family. That even if your family doesn't have that type of tradition, that we as African people, and we Africans, don't get it confused, that as Africans, that we understand that energy, that spirit brings us together. Because in the beginning, we are spiritual people having a physical experience. Did y'all hear that? We're spiritual people having a physical experience. And I see down there the parade is ready for us. So that energy is coming straight down here. And when they come down here, you send them on their way. That energy that we uplift us. So that we call the names, and brother already started. Malcolm X, Shay, it was his birthday on the 19th. Now we call out the names of all the folks. You guys got to help me out. Now call out some names of these ancestors. Shay, come on.
Martin Luther King.
Shay. Yan Santiwa. Ashe. Nanny of Jamaica. Yes. Ashe. 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 Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman. Ashe. What about over here? Y'all got some ancestors for me? All right, George Washington Carver. Ashe. Maya Angelou. I heard you. Ashe. We call all of those names. And then you call your family name. Call somebody in your family who made it, who passed, and who is on, that we want the energy of your family right here, not just my family. This is a community effort. That's why we're in the center of the circle. See, this is a circle, and we want to continue the energy and legacy of that circle. So call out the names of your family.
Reverend Hall.
Shay. Come on now, they want to call us up. We want to make sure that we clear a hole straight through the clouds here by bringing the power of the ancestors right here to this spot. Let the sun shine right through, because you brought the energy of those ancestors right here today. When the dogs leave, that they will burst a hole through any negativity that may exist, because our ancestors are right here with us. Ashe?
Shay.
See, we bring that power from them, and in Yoruba they call them the Egun. Now sometimes in the future we're going to have the Egungun masquerade come down here as we do this, because we want to bring that energy and spirit of all those ancestors here with us. So when we say that we're changing the earth, we're changing the ether in the air, because that's what we need to do. Because there's certain things that go on that don't bring about the positive energy that we needed to bring, so we do that collectively. And for all of those people whose names we didn't call, we say Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe,
Ashe.
Ashe.
Thank you, Dr. Kofani. We appreciate you, brother. At this time, we have the releasing of the doves. At this time, we're going to have the Black National Anthem sung by Cassandra Clemens.
Lift every voice and sing to earth and heaven. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of hope that dark past has brought us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. I hear you out there. Stony the road we trod, bitter the chastening rod, felt in the days when all lost had died, yet with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our fathers sighed. Oh, and we have come over a way with tears have been watered. We have come treading a path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out of our gloomy past, still now we stand at last, true to our God, true to our native land. God of our wearies, God of all our silent tears, God who has brought us thus far on our way, shed with a steady beat, have not our weary feet come to the place for which our Father sighed. Oh, and lest our hearts, drunk with the wine of the world, we forget Thee. Let our feet stray from the place where our God weary met Thee. Shadow beneath Thy hand,
Let's give her a hand. Let's give her a hand. How beautiful. I don't know about you, but I see a lot of lights down there, and I see a build-up. That must mean the parade is coming, ladies and gentlemen. The parade is coming. Looks like it's Newark's finest motorcycle brigade. They're looking sharp. They are looking sharp. Newark's finest motorcycle brigade. Newark's finest. We love you guys. We love you. Keep up the good work. Look, everybody. President Barack Obama, born August 4th, 1961, the first African American of the United States to become president. Started his career as a U.S. Senator representing the great state of Illinois. Attended Columbia University and Harvard Yale. Nobel Peace Prize winner in 2009. Time Man of the Year. Grammy for Best Spoken, Profile and Courage Award. Christmas Addicts. Slow down, Christmas Addicts. During the Boston Massacre in 1770, Christmas Addicts was the first man to fall. Christmas went down as the first casualty to spark the American Revolution, often referred to as a folk hero. Christmas was recognized by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. City leaders and held on to addicts and others in a wave of segregation laws. And there's a parade banner. Collective effort. The collective effort to force our community to abstain through any crisis. Thank you. Newark Police, with the director, the Bronze Shields are there. While they, Newark Bronze Shields, Lieutenant Levi Holmes, President Chief Darrell Henry, Captain Lee Douglas, Captain Tyrone Boner. Thank you guys, you're looking good. There they go. Looking good, looking good. The Mountain Squad, looking sharp. Looking sharp. We have another balloon coming down, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rosa Parks, civil rights activist. Rosa Parks was considered an icon, as she has not only disagreed with segregation laws, but decided to outwardly protest them. Upon this decision, she was a spark of Montgomery bus boycott. This spark started a series of movements in segregation. Ladies and gentlemen, Rosa Parks. Hello, it's our mayor, Raj J. Baraka, 40th mayor of City of Newark. His progressive approach to governing, accolades from the White House. He was listed the nation's 2015 most valuable progressive as most valuable mayor. With him, council members, Aníbal Ramos, Senator Menendez, U.S. Senator Menendez, Micheline Davis, the Grand Marshal, Senator Teresa Ruiz, I got Louis Katana, Joe McCullen. Here's the mayor's float. All right. Mayor Rajay Baraka celebrates the 51st annual Newark African American Heritage Parade. We love you guys. R.J. Barvis.
Baraka, woo! Yeah!
Home of our Grand Marshal, Micheline Davis. We have medical centers from Livingston, Jersey City, Newark Beth Israel, Claire Moss, St. Barnabas, Rollway Hospital. Jersey City Medical Center. Lou LaSalle, executive from Barnabas. Look at the vehicles. Go Barnabas! Let's be healthier together! Let's be healthier together! They pulled out all the stops. SUVs, the Wave, promoting healthy aging. Thank you, Barnabas. Women of Wellness of New Jersey. Dr. Kamal, President. Sharif, Jatasha Sharif, Vice President. Khalila Ishmael, Lieutenant Vice President. Tiffany Harris, Secretary. Nicole Augusta, Treasurer. Women of Wellness in New Jersey. Tech Center, Hawthorne Avenue in Newark. Mathematics, Engineering, Medicine. We love you. Keep up the good work. Hey, Grand Marshal. Victim no more. We are never without options, despite the challenge that life brings. Thank you, Volunteer, for being here. Testing. Is that Pop I see out there? People's Organization for Progress. Pop. Chairman, Lawrence Ham. Vice Chair, Ingrid Hill. Vice Chair of Internal Affairs, Larry Adams. Treasurer and Chairman of Membership, Antoinette Robinson. The People of Organization is independent, grassroots, community-based, politically progressive association working for racial, social, and economic justice, as well as greater unity and peace in the community. It's POP. When there's a problem, when people are wrong, when the voices of those that have the least aren't heard, then POP is there. Brother Ham, keep on doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it again.
John.
Say it loud.
After that, I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm black and I'm proud. At this time, it brings me incredible honor and pleasure to introduce you to a man that's leading our city to new heights and new levels, a man that's leaving nobody behind, a man that's representing us well, our mayor who has been newly elected for a second term. I just can't say enough about him, but the way I've been summarizing is the right man at the right time for the right job. At this time, I give you our mayor, the Honorable Raj J. Baraka.
Yeah. So I just want to first congratulate Charles Hall and the African American Statewide Heritage Parade and Festival. We're getting there. Every year we're going to get better and better and better and better. I remember when I was a child walking all the way down here from Clinton Avenue and 10th Street. I don't know if some of y'all remember that. We used to walk all the way downtown to be a part of the African American Heritage Day Parade. It was the first and best thing that we anticipated every year as it happened. We have to get back to that as we build our city, as we build our community. We have to build our families. And the African Heritage Day Parade is a part of us building our families. And when our families are stronger and our community is stronger, our parade will be much, much stronger. And so the parade is attached to the growth of this city, is attached to the growth of our community, is attached to the growth of our families. And so we have to work hard to make this parade the best parade in the state of New Jersey, because it represents the growth of our city and the growth of our community. Let's give it up for the African American Heritage Statewide Parade and Festival. We have a proclamation here we like to give. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says at the end, whereas as Mayor of Newark, I salute Charles N. Hall Jr., who became chairman of the African American Heritage Statewide Parade and Festival 3 years ago, and has provided exemplary leadership ever since, and his entire team for their deep commitment to the festival, and extend my best wishes to everyone participating in the parade for a joyous and memorable event. Therefore, I, Raj J. Baraka, Mayor of the City of Newark, hereby recognizes the African American Statewide Heritage Day Parade and Festival, and urge all the employees and residents and friends and family and visitors that come to our city to do the same, to uphold and uplift the name of the African American Statewide Heritage Parade and Festival. Come on, y'all. We gotta give it up because the weather stopped for a second so we could march down the street. When I woke up this morning, it was a storm. And the devil said, I hope you can make it through the storm. And we told the devil, we are the storm. We are the storm. And so the rain ceased and the waters subsided for us to march down Broad Street today, because we have a great, great person also who is our Grand Marshal this morning, and it is no other than Micheline Davis, Esquire. And I would just like to give her this greeting on behalf of the people of Newark, congratulate you, and we're honored to have you serving as our Grand Marshal today for the African American Heritage Parade in downtown Newark. We salute you. We salute our W.J. Barnabas Health Center, and we salute you for being the first woman of color to serve as Executive Vice President and Chief Corporate Affairs Officer. You are a pioneer, a role model, and a mentor inside and outside the health community, defining by example what we want our future leaders to be. God bless you, and God bless the African American Heritage Statewide Parade and Festival.
At this time, we will be giving our 2018 Grand Marshal her sash. Let's give it up. Micheline Davis, our Grand Marshal. At this time, we'd like to recognize a few dignitaries that's up on the podium, on the stand here. We have our Council President, Mildred Crum. We have the Councilman in the West Ward, Joe McCullen. We have my brother and my councilman from the North Ward, Aniba Ramos. We have everybody, the man everybody loves, Louis Katana. And let's not forget our State Senator, Teresa Ruiz. Let's give it up. And we are very, very blessed to have our U.S. Senator here with us, marching with us, always here for us, a big supporter of the African American Heritage Day Parade organization, U.S. Senator Bob Menendez. Senator, you're a friend of mine. And at this time, we're going to ask the Senator to say a few words and come up and address his feelings about our organization and community. Mr. Senator?
Well, thank you, President Hall. Let me say, first of all, congratulations again to Mayor Baraka and his team, leading Newark forward, extraordinarily so. As I told him, he has my hand in friendship and the power of my office to make Newark even greater in the days ahead. We're proud of the African American Heritage Parade this year at my Black History Month, where Mayor Baraka was our keynote speaker. The African American Heritage Parade, I should say, was honored among those great African American organizations in our state. And President Hall, to you and all of the officers, we salute you for keeping the tradition alive. And whether I am here in New Jersey or in the United States Senate, I raise the history of African Americans this Memorial Day weekend, where so many wore the uniform, shed their lives on behalf of the country, those in business, those in the arts, those in politics. It's a great moment to recognize the extraordinary contributions of African Americans, and I'm proud to do that each and every day in the United States Senate. Thank you very much. Have a great parade.
Thank you. Here's my picture right here. All right. Okay, so we had to take a pause for the cause. And now, and I know the people waiting didn't mind because they're union people. They're carpenters. They're the ones that make sure your house don't fall down. These guys know how to get it done. And fact, I need some work in my house. Slow down, Carpenter, slow down. Don't pass us by too soon. Northeast Regional Council of Carpenters. Local 253. Serving Bergen, Essex, Hudson, and Passaic counties. Representing its members from the fullest. The brothers and sisters of the Carpenters, Local 253, local jobs for local residents. Keep doing what you're doing. Carpenters! Go Carpenters! My brothers and sisters. Oh, what is that I hear? What is that I hear?
All right, you guys know what you came here for. Let's give our youth a big round of applause and welcome them to the parade grandstand for the 51st anniversary. Malcolm X Shabazz was a very known black national leader, and we celebrate and salute all of the youth of Malcolm X Shabazz High School. Their marching band has 60 participants. They're led by their band director, Mr. Rashid Sheffield. Their assistant director, Mr. Hakeem Lee. We welcome you, Malcolm X Shabazz. We thank you for coming out in this liquid rain, this liquid sunshine. Malcolm X Shabazz Band won the Grand Championship of 2018 for the North St. Patrick's Day Parade, and here they are for the biggest statewide parade of its kind, our parade, the African American Heritage Parade Organization's annual parade and festival. You're looking good out there, Shabazz. Let's see you do work. All right, all you Southside Bulldogs, let's hear you make some noise for our Shabazz youth. So hard to be a bulldog. It ain't so hard.
Looking good, Shabazz.
our youth out there lit for our heritage. All right, Malcolm X. Y'all came out and showed out this morning or this afternoon. Y'all looking good. All right, Shabazz. We look forward to seeing you guys each and every parade. You are a highlight of our heritage. Know that. Continue in the way in which you're going. You're today's living legacies. Community of love. Love from our community is a priority, not an option. The future of our children depends on us. All right, the state police has the honor of being warmed up by Malcolm X Shabazz. Colonel Patrick Callahan leads 2,700 uniformed troopers. This is one of the premier law enforcement agencies in not just the state, but in our county. We thank them and we salute them on this Memorial Day weekend for their service. All right, as Shabazz drowns out a little bit, our Newark firefighters, we're going to wait till they come to the parade grandstand to be able to introduce and announce them as the state troopers follow behind Malcolm X Shabazz. We thank you again. We honor and salute the state troopers that serve and protect us. Now we'll be hearing from the Newark firefighters pipe and drum band. If you guys would move down along the procession, parade procession to the center seal, please move forward. We have, I believe, 10 or more participants, the drum majors, Don Gilmartin and Ken Marcel, the pipe major, Raymond Montalvo, the pipe sergeant, Mike Patron, and the drum sergeant, Juan Ramos. Retired and active firefighters and officers from the Newark Fire Department. It's the only department band in the state of New Jersey, and they came here to celebrate with us today. We salute you. We thank you for celebrating everyone's heritage, African American heritage. Next we have the Newark Vulcan Pioneers.
Right.
some of Newark's finest. They're dressed in blue today, looking sharp, but they're the ones that keep us safe. There are firefighters that put out the fires, that come to our aid. Antonio, if you could step out of line for just a second and come here to the grandstand and pay honor with our Heritage Parade by...
From the Balkan Pioneers, Director Dorian Harrell, President, First Vice President Antonio Padilla, Second Vice President Captain Al Daniels, our Fire Chief Rufus L. Jackson, Public Safety Director, I'd like to say him also, Anthony L. Ambrose. Thank you.
Newark Fire Department, let's hear it for them. Always there, always on the spot. Newark Fire Department.
Newark's Office of Emergency Management and Homeland Security. We don't get a chance to see this fancy vehicle very often. We salute you, OEM. We see Newark's Homeland Security heavily invested in this awesome truck. We don't know where you guys hide it, but we're glad to see it down here on the parade route today. Next, we have the Newark NAACP branch, who is led by Deborah Gregory, founded in 1874, One Nation Working Together. She came prepared for the weather. We thank you for making it out here to celebrate one of our longest celebrated organizations, the NAACP, that helps to make sure that our freedoms are free. Stop the violence. Enough is enough. Minister Ellis, waving the African flag, that beautiful red, black, and green flag that we adorn this day, and we need to salute it like we salute our United States flag. We should honor every flag, our flag, as well as the actual national anthem. Right now, that's a big part of the NFL's issue. That is everyone's issue. We cannot hide behind the racist eyes and racist issues that we have in our community. We have to stand up in front of them and continue to be activists in our community and continue to stand up and fight for our rights. this is one of the sponsors to our African American Heritage Parade organization, Wells Fargo Company. They have brought out this beautiful stagecoach and have put in some nice shades of brown faces there and beautiful brown horses. We thank you. We know that you guys have come from far and wide. You guys are connecting people now. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes a piece of living American history, the Wells Fargo Stagecoach, with Randy Derer handling the ribbons. In the 1800s, the stagecoaches were more than just a way to travel. They helped people throughout the country stay connected. A stagecoach carried mail, news, and even money. People depend on stagecoaches to keep in touch with friends and families. Business owners use them to send instructions and payments. And we thank Shakira Green, the Regional Banking District Manager, Danielle Wells of the Lyons Avenue branch, and they're our local sponsors and supporters, and we want to support them. Go to put your money in their banks as they continue to invest in our heritage and invest in our community. Up next, we have the Hillside Showtime Strutters. The drill team, Drumline is here. The Blue Thunder, let's hear you roar.
Cheers.
All right, Blue Thunder, we want to hear you roar. We thank you for coming out in 2018, and in 2017, we moved you up into contingency to get you babies what? Through the day. We don't want to have you out here too long, but we love to see your smiling faces, and we thank you. Permission is granted. All right, baby girls. All right, baby girls, let's see you guys strut. Blue Thunder, you looking good out there in those uniforms. And they future of our children depends on us. We gotta give them our support and love. We thank you, Hillside Showstoppers. Continue to strut down Broad Street, looking sharp. Leading the organization Kappa Alpha Psi is our banner, God. Together we praise and thank him for restoration, reformation, and revitalization. Make sure each side of the street sees these banners. We thank you. Kappa Alpha Psi Newark alumni is coming up. They have about 15 to 20 participants. The chapter president is Chris Lindsay. Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, the Newark Alumni Chapter, was started in 1947. A service organization that provides assistance to the community in a variety of ways. A service organization that offers mentorship, food baskets, clothing drives. They participate in feeding the needy. Do you guys have a step out here y'all want to do for us? Y'all want to show out a little bit of this liquid sunshine? Okay, y'all want to step that way? Okay. There are a few other events and activities that the men at Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated of Newark participates in, but they are always here to give back to the community. And in the meantime, show out a little bit for us. Show out a little bit for us. Those beautiful colors, crimson and cream, crimson and cream. As our deltas at the table here say, that's right. Self-determination, community. We have the power to heal ourselves. We need not wait for others to provide the cure. We need to depend on us, our community. No one can advocate better for than us. Remember, we are our first priority in our community. This is the City of Newark's Caribbean Commission. Turn that music up in the truck. What are you playing there? Little Caribbean vibes for us? Self-love, ease the pain of self-hatred by showing the power of self-respect and self-love. This year's theme was in memoriam of our common mission, but the future of our children depends on us, as on each and every one of those banners to remind you the Blue Devils are here to show out, strutting down Broad Street. Central High School Marching Band has about 40 participants. Their band director is Mrs. Brian McNeil. Their associate directors, Mr. Dwight Allen. They are the mighty Blue Devils from Central High School, where Mayor Roz Baraka was a former principal and great leader. Support our babies out here. Nurses Association, a chapter of the National Black Association Incorporated, representing today during the 51st African American Heritage Parade organization, while our Grand Marshal, Micheline Davis, who represents St. Barnabas as an executive VP. You guys should have been with her walking down the street, but we appreciate you making out here in this liquid sunshine today. Their director is President Lareeden Riffin. Their program committee consists of Melissa Richardson, Sandy Barrow, Rosemary Allen Jenkins, and Tracy Wright. The members of the Black National Nurses Association provide scholarships to nursing students as well as mentor nursing programs. All right, here goes some handsome guys in these bikes. I wonder where they're from. Are they from the Golconda Prince Hall Shrines? Golconda's way? Is that which way those bikes are going? Golconda has about 40 participants here today. The names of the individuals who illustrate Lieutenant is Charles F. Sally. The Chief Rabbin is Anton Rudolph. The Deputy of Oasis of Newark is John M. Cyrus III. The Golconda Prince Hall Shriners Incorporated chapter in 1907 gives extensive charity to the community, Thanksgiving and Christmas baskets, as well as sponsoring Newark Little League programs. We thank you for coming out here and your sharp white and all of your glory. You're looking good, guys. We thank you for supporting the community and supporting the African American Heritage Parade organization. Chris Bruton, where you at? All right, we're gonna give the clown a shout out too. Shout out to the clown with the green umbrella. Coming soon at Essex County College is the 6th Pan African Drum Fest on Saturday, June 16th at 2018, 11:30 a.m. Go out. Dr. Califani, who does our libations, will help to lead the way with that effort. Next is the Corridor Float. Corridor was a member of the African American Heritage Parade organization for very many years. He studied under our past chairman to be a part of the leadership that would take over and passing the torch. Unfortunately, he was taken from us in December 2007. Today is his 10-year anniversary. We want to continue to remind you that there are youth here in our community that we have to continue to protect and uplift, those who give back to their community, that serve, and making sure that our community efforts through this organization, other organizations like Stop Shooting, the WBD, the Boys Program, the YPD of the African American Heritage Parade organization, and those programs that instill leadership skills like my brother, Kari Orr, affectionately known as KO, had. We have to remember and know that when we come back to our community, we cannot let our soldiers fall without finding out what has happened. There's still no resolution in his case, but we still want to remember his spirit and his legacy, and we thank all youth who come back after college and work in the city and give their time and spend their efforts in giving back in any large and small way. And in any opportunity we get, we're going to continue to pass the torch to future leaders that stand here before us on the podium. The future of our children depend on us. There is power of spirit. Nothing can conquer my powerful spirit. Let me hear my youth beside me say it.
Nothing can conquer. Nothing can conquer my power spirit.
All right, Marcus Garvey is following that banner. Marcus Garvey is another historic legend in our community that we have to continue to uplift and support. All of our leaders, the Black nationalism and Nation of Islam and Pan-Africanism movements help inspire the Nation of Islam and Rastafarian movement. the founder of the Universal Negro Improvement Association and African Communities League, inspired a mass movement called Garveyism, a philosophical practice which would refer to black nationalism, to economic and political policies to help shape our politics. The city of Newark has done great efforts in making sure that we have this parade this year, and as our annual close to our parade, before we head down to the festival, we always have sanitation to come out. We kept it clean for you this year. We made everybody's job easy, okay? So we can see you out in your fancy vehicles twirling in the street. We thank you for your hard work. All of Newark's, City of Newark's employees, my fellow colleagues, we all enjoy doing our jobs. We do it because we love our community.
Newark Sanitation, they're the ones that get it done. Thank you. Thank you, Newark employees. Thank you for keeping our city clean. Thank you for making this day a clean day. We want to thank our volunteers. We want to thank all the families that came out. Listen, this is for you. It's all about you in your city. Come down to Weequahic Park tomorrow. The festival still continues. All type of food vendors.
Again, we thank all our sponsors, the RWJB Barnabas, the Devils, ShopRite of Newark, Prudential Financial, PSC&G, Pepsi, Local 108, Golden Cross, Verizon, the City of Newark, the County of Essex, African and Caribbean Commissions of Newark. We thank you all. We salute all of our partners. This was no small effort. We appreciate all who stayed true to their commitments and made sure we had a parade still today in the rain. We again salute our 2018 Grand Marshal, Micheline Davis, who didn't fret in the rain. She brought her mom and all her constituents along with her, and we don't take that lightly. We thank her and we appreciate her kindly.